Okay, we are live. There we go. All right. Pardon my scruffiness. I didn't get a chance to shave the last couple of days. Been kind of just busy between work and other things trying to go on. And when I get up in the morning, I just barely have time to get myself ready. But welcome, everybody. And I missed last week, and that's in part because of some things that were going on here. Everybody is doing okay. My wife is recovered from all the procedures that they had to put her through, and no more kidney stones for the time being, anyway. So that's a good thing. And we've been enjoying what I posted in the chat is what they call the spring of deception up here. And that is when you get these nice 70-degree days, and then it turns cold and snowy. At least at my house, almost all the snow is gone. The only place there's a little bit of snow left is where big bankings of snow where we plowed it up and built it up, 5 or 6 feet deep, and then now it's almost all gone. But my lawn is bare, and we're actually now we're on the brink of what we call mud season, and that is where the dirt roads, and there are a lot of dirt roads in Vermont, are muddy, and that includes my driveway. Walking in the middle of my driveway is like walking on a giant bowl of Jello. That's the best way to describe it. It's soft and squishy, and it will feel like you're going to fall through. But it just and there's just a lot of water. And what that is the frost. The frost, we had some very cold winter this year. Not colder than average by any means. We've had much colder winters than this. This is actually more like what I would call normal winter for us this year compared to, because I grew up in New England. This was pretty normal. A lot of snow, a lot of cold. And so the frost goes quite deep. And what happens is when the ground starts to thaw, all that moisture and everything just starts to heave up through the earth. It actually literally moves stones. I can go out my field and there'll be stones that will be pushed up from the frost, heaving them up. Not big ones, but reasonable size stuff. So you see a lot of stone walls in Vermont. That's because we have very stony soil, and it gets pushed up every year. So you have to go out there and pick them out of the way. If you have a pasture of any sort. So, but anyway, there are ways to fix the driveway. I think, and our problem may not be that easily solved, and that is we have a spring nearby, underground spring, and there's an old well actually on the property that's a hand dug, stone lined well, and so that kind of gives the evidence that there's a lot of groundwater. And I have to keep a sump pumping going in my basement at certain times of the year because of rain and groundwater and things like that. So I suspect it's probably been running this time of year quite a bit. And that's the way it is. Can't be helped. And of course, we have a 160-year-old house. It was built in 1857. You can do the math. And we, have a stone foundation on parts of it and a concrete foundation on other parts of it. So it's kind of a mix. And I know some places down south, they don't have basements, so they wouldn't know what I'm talking about anyway. So that's kind of the way things are. But we've lost all our snow. The mountains still have quite a bit. I think Mount Mansfield, which is the tallest mountain near me in Vermont, actually, they had over 5 feet of snow at the peak. I think they're down to around 2 or 3 feet of snow. So yeah, it's not bad, not horrible, but the ski areas will stay open as long as they can. They make a lot of snow anyway, and the return of the colder weather, it's going to be down below freezing at night, so they can make the snow at night and still have some skiing. Big places like Killington and Jay Peak, they go quite late. They can go into May sometimes with skiing. That kind of depends. If we have really, really warm weather that just lasts after March and April, then they shut down earlier. But as far as like the snowmobilers and the cross-country skiers, you got to go north where they got more snow, even up into Canada. As I mentioned in the chat, I'm up in northwest Vermont. I'm 95 miles from Montreal, less than an hour to the border, probably 45 minutes, something like that, to the border in the northwest corner of Vermont. We have New York I was just in New York this past week. We could take a ferry across Lake Champlain to get to New York over to Plattsburgh. My daughters were in Florida, and they flew into Plattsburgh instead of in Burlington. It was cheaper, and it also worked out timing wise well. So we're close to New York, but not a quick drive. You take the ferry, you're going to go around the lake, or go down south where there's a bridge that goes across. So and we can see them across the lake. I can't from my house, but I can see Mount Mansfield from my house at the highest peak, and I've hiked it many, many times. Okay, that's a lot of chit chat, isn't it? Let me think. Okay, so I did put in the chat most of the things that we should be, everybody should be aware of. Hopefully, if you're new, please email me. I put the email there in the chat. I put your real name, your YouTube name, your shipping information, your PayPal information. I can do Zelle, I can do Cash App, and I can do Venmo. So, but I need to know in advance, of course, what we're going to do. Okay. Let me think here. Anything else? Oh, yeah, I'll go through. So the bidding's at dollar increments up to $10, and then $2 increments after that, and I don't change it after that. It stays that way. Once I post sold in the chat, it's sold, and no more bidding stops unless there's multiple items, and then I'll explain it when we go. I do have some silver and some gold filled items tonight. I did not test them, but I'm pretty confident in the ones that I say are silver, and the ones that are gold filled are gold filled because of the source. I have more of the estate stuff for those who have been staying here with me. I sold a bunch of it 2 weeks ago. I got a bunch more tonight. Similar items and some other different items, I guess is the best way to put it. Let me see, what else am I forgetting? So I do use pirate ship, by the way, for shipping, and I try to do the best deal I can for you. Sometimes that's UPS, sometimes that's the post office, whichever works best. If there's like a penny difference between the two, I will do the post office because it's about a half mile from my house, whereas UPS is about 6 miles from my house. So just to try and save myself some gas money. So anyway, okay. If there's any questions, of course, post it in the chat. And I will get started here. I never start with the jewelry right away, but it's going to be mostly jewelry tonight, if you're wondering what I'm going to do. I usually start off with the non-jewelry stuff right up front, and then we jump right into the jewelry. And again, I would say almost half of it is coming from this estate. Yeah, pretty close to that. Yeah, look at my list there. So we will work with that, and hopefully get you some good deals tonight and go from there. So let's switch cameras over to my table, and let me know if there's an issue with that. Okay, so I'm going to start off with, this is brand new. It's called Chill Rocks. They call them whiskey stones, and what they are is they're 9 small stones that are made out of soapstone. And what you do is you put these in the freezer, and the reason they call whiskey stones is you can put them in your whiskey. Unlike an ice cube, it will not dilute your whiskey. And if you're a whiskey purist, these are things that they love, because you don't water down your whiskey, you get your whiskey straight, but you get it chilled. So that's what these are. And the whiskey stones, these are brand new. It's a sealed box. I did not open it. I did not try to open it. And so let's get this in the chat here. What it's going to call whiskey stones. We'll start this at $8. Yeah. So there's nothing on the back except the barcode. They are made in China, as you can see. So not going to deceive you. Product of some company called Cuisine or something like that. I did kind of comp these, so I know I'm giving you a really good deal on this. Even with shipping, it's still a pretty good deal. And soapstone is a really interesting material because they actually make wood stoves out of soapstone, using soapstone, I should say. They're cast iron wood stoves, but they're lined with soapstone because they have that property of retaining heat or cold. So it was nice about the wood stoves is that, even after the wood stove is burned down, they're still hot. They're still warm from the stones being heated. So that these have that kind of a property where they can retain the temperature they're set to. It's pretty interesting. So anyway, that's the set of 9 whiskey stones in this box. Now the box is I didn't measure it, but give you an idea of scale here. I think the box is about 5 inches across, so 5 inches square, I should say. So gives you an idea of roughly how many stones are in there and the size of them. They're not really big, probably about the size of your average ice cube, I would imagine. That's probably the intent. But anyway, okay. Let me mark things off on my list here so I keep track of what I've shown you. And hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm gonna. This is the one thing about this time of year for me. Right now, even though it's kind of early spring, I guess the best way to call it for us, mud season, whatever you want to call it here. The first trees to bud here are poplars. And I have a ton of poplars on my property. So I think I'm sensitive a little bit to the pollen that they create. Not seriously, but enough to give me a little congestion. So pardon me on that. Okay, well, we'll pass on the stones. And oops, I hit the right button here. And we will go on to something else. Let me just find a place to set this down. Okay. What did I have? It was the other. I have the music box, which I'm going to wait for a little bit on that. But I think, well, you know what? I mean, I don't think I had much else that wasn't jewelry other than the music box. And I was kind of waiting to see if Cassandra comes because I know she likes music boxes, so I want to give her a chance at it. For those that are new here, Cassandra's, and there's a few folks in the chat, you'll see that are some of the regulars. But I don't see. I thought I had one other item. It's on my list, so I guess not. So we'll start with some jewelry. Let's see. Let's go with some earrings to start with. A whole box full of stuff back here. And we'll start with these. Oops. Let me see. Let me bring that camera down so we get the better view of these. There we go. And there. We were trying to determine if these are real stones or not. I'm not convinced that they are. Let me try to flip this one over so you can see it properly. Here we go. You can see that's the back of it here, actually. So that's the front. So, and I get that message off the screen. There we go. And here we go, nice and centered. Okay, and I'll bring it up close here again in a minute. Get some better light on it, maybe. No, that's about as good as it's going to get. Okay. What did I call these? I don't know if I even had them on my list. I didn't. Got to add them to my list. Well, let's start these up. Let's see. I don't know if you call it. My wife I complained to my wife because I said I'm not colorblind. I just don't know colors. It's not pink. It's kind of a not beige. Somewhere's in between. So let me just call these dangle bead earrings, just for a description. So somebody asks about them later. Maybe spell that. And we'll start these at $4. How's that sound? And I'll bring it up close here so you can see it better, with better lighting. Trying to keep my hand steady. There we go. Give you an idea of scale. Yeah, Maud. Yeah, I recognize that name. Yeah, maybe that's it. Mauve. Yeah, Mauve. That's it. Maybe we should bring it up closer and see if you can see that color better. So I don't know if they're real stone or not. I just not convinced that they are. They don't, just because they feel cold, this doesn't necessarily mean they're stone. They don't feel like ice cold to me. Let me center them better. There we go. But that's the way they hang, like that. Just you see, and you can see from my hands how the size of it. They're about an inch, a little over an inch wide, probably an inch and a half long. The larger piece, and then off the post. They're just a standard post. Somebody wrote in the back for some reason. It says Papa. I don't know if this is the card they're on for Paparizzi. I don't know if that's true. If that's really the brand. There's no writing on them. It says Paparizzi, but that's I think that's Claire's or one of those companies like that. Yeah, I don't think they're real stones either. I agree. Okay. Let me just write. I'm going to call it Paparizzi in my listing here, just so when I write it down. What do they call them? I call them Dangle. Paparizzi Dangle. Somebody can ask about them later. Okay. Let's pass on those. And let's go with this. Actually, I want to show this interesting necklace. I think it's bone and crystal and bead, some kind of gold tone beads. Let me get that on there. Let me get rid of this message. So this looks like it's bone, crystal, and bead. And this came from the estate. I think this is fairly old, and I say that because where did I do it? Where did I wrote that down? This one I know I did write down somewhere. Oh goodness. Huh. Well, I know we talked about this. Lucky Brand. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to watch for that. Let's start this at. This is vintage, so I'm gonna go with $6 stuff. And the reason it's vintage, and there's some writing on this right here that I cannot make out. I've tried. You can sort of see it if you hold it just right in the light, but I couldn't make out. It looks. And this is an interesting. This is one, and this tells you how old this thing is. That's the type of clasp it is. It's got that little pin. It slips in this little hole on this top piece, and that's it. And that's the clasp. And you can see the yellow beads, crystals in between, and then these gold tone beads. These are gold tone. I may not look at it in the light, but these are a gold tone. And then the bone. So this is not a long necklace. It's probably 14. It's a 12. It's like a 6.5. So it's like about a 13-inch, 14-inch in that range. Drop, necklace, 14-inch necklace on that. And oops, let me bring it back up. It's all full on screen. Here we go. So, but it is vintage, definitely vintage. I should have typed that in the description, but again, this is an estate piece. I thought I had that on my list, but oh, there it is. There it is. So, and I know the lighting is not doing it any favors here. This is really more of a beige. It looks kind of greenish. It's not. On my screen, it's looking a bit greenish. I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but it is not greenish. It is very much a bone color. kind of a more of a beige. I don't know if I can get my other light over here. Get a little more light on this subject. There we go. See if that helps. Get a little more light in the area. Sort of. Okay. We will pass on that. It's dark. You mean the picture's dark, or have I've gone dark? That's not a good sign. Let me see if I can bump this light up a little. It's as bright as it goes. There. Okay. Let me see if I can get this other light in. I know that I knew this was going to be a problem. I've got a new setup. I'm tinkering with it, trying to get things in a better position, and it's just not working out the way I want. So let me just see if I can get this light positioned here. So I don't triple myself as well. If that helps or not, we'll see here. I don't want to block the light. Yeah, see, now I'm getting a glare off the table. So let me bounce it off the ceiling and bring my other light. I've got 3 or 4 different lights here that I can use, so I'm trying to play with getting it. No, that didn't help. No, that just made more shadow. Oh, and my screen just went. Okay, let's. One more thing I can try. Sorry, I apologize for what's going on here, but it's just trying to make this work. And bouncing it off the ceiling is not bright enough. I wonder if I bring it around. We're trying to figure out the best position for this light. I mean, it was just a pain in the butt. I have it where I have it. Let's see here. Bring it around to the front a little more. There. Oop, lost my video. What happened? Camera got unplugged, it says. I don't think it did, but let's see. Hang on a second. Start camera. There we go. Oh, that's better. That is better. There. Okay, that's better. It's a little close to the color, but not quite. And so maybe if we bring it close, you can see that it's really more of a, and it's still not showing it's more of a yellowish bone color. That's kind of coming out, like I say, kind of greenish for some strange reason. All right, we have enough time on that. Let's just go on to the next thing. And that's the way it goes. I don't like using bright lights because it just makes so much glare. Okay, this was in the picture of the preview. Let's put that away. This is a brass bracelet made in India. That's what the little piece of paper here says. That was attached to it. Of elephants. And we're guessing this is maybe a seashell, or possibly. I don't think it's bone. It doesn't have the right consistency. Looks more like a seashell. Let me see if I can get the glare. There we go. cut it without the glare. Bring it up closer here. You can see it. Okay, it's only it's not a large bracelet. It's looks like 2 1/4, maybe 2 5/8. It's not, but it's more white. And there we go. That shows it pretty good. You see the little banding in it, and then you see the elephants with their trunks up, and it's brass. No labeling inside that I could find, but it's in really good condition. Let me put it that way so you can see it. Type. Brass bracelet. We'll start this at $9. Yeah, the lucky elephant, exactly. Mother of pearl, thank you. I couldn't think of that. Why did I draw a blank on that? That's crazy. That helps. Okay. But it is made in India. It's solid. Well, except for the mother of pearl, it's loose, and looks like some kind of enamel. Maybe they put around the elephant to accent it. It's pretty solid. Lost my pen. There it is. Okay. So there that is. Brass bracelet. I did comp this one too. Found it out there. I think the prices were 2 to 3 times what I'm asking in that range. So just so you're aware. I'm trying to be fair and trying to give you a good deal at the same time. And I'm going to do I'm going to go to an estate piece here in a second. This is a really interesting one. I think I'm going to put this one on a display so you get a better sense of how it looks. Okay. It's got the tag on it, and there are a few. I think it's been sitting around a while. Let's put it that way. There's a little bit of discoloration on one tiny spot on the inside, so it's not perfect, but it's pretty dang close. There was one spot. Where was it? Right there. Looks like somebody might have. I don't know what they did, but there was just one little tiny blemish on the inside. So anyway. So, all right, let's get rid of that, and we'll pull that off the side. Put that over there. And we've got a necklace we're going to show. This came from the estate. I'm pretty confident this is a vintage piece. And hopefully the color comes out really nice on this. We'll see. I got to bring the camera up. Yes, it's not going to be enough. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, I'm too close. Oh my, that's not showing up well at all. All right, let me get my other board. I thought that would show good. It looks beautiful on the black here, but not on camera. Not on camera. So we'll do this. And oops, I bumped the camera again. And let's bring it up. There we go. Okay, and I didn't hang it on here evenly, so let me fix that. Okay, there we go. Now, okay, so the best way I can describe this is we think this well, it's sort of a pink color. And where did I write that down? We think that the silver. This is silver trim in between, and but I can't guarantee it. It's more of a pink. I would not exactly a pink like that. You know, there's a pink for a reference. You can see that, and then against the stone, you can see it's a much reddish, more reddish pink. Kind of. I'll show it up close, and then let's get it up on the screen here, and then this is a vintage necklace. I'm going to put down silver question mark, and we think that it's shell. And we'll start this at, I think I wanted I'll start this at $7. That's a really good deal if this is silver. I'll tell you that right now. And there's no markings on this thing at all. So let's take it off the board. So here's the clasp. Here are the pieces in between. I did not try to clean this, so you will see some tarnish. So it may be silver, it could be silver plate. There's the pieces in between. Let me show you the larger pieces here. Get an idea of color. That actually shows the color pretty well, I think, on my screen. Pretty close to what it is. And there's a lot of this silver or silver tone in it, or silver plated. Again, I just didn't have a chance to test this one. I just literally found this one tonight when I was digging through the stuff. And you can see there's some tarnish on there. So that's why I know it's at least that. So this is really long. Let me get the length for you here. It looks like it's about 12, a little over 12, so probably 24 to 26 altogether in length. And, so I see Marlene at 7. Thank you. I'm just trying to prop it up against my other thing, because this one, the stand that holds it up is broke. That's why I prefer to use it, but anyway. So I didn't post what it is. So okay, we'll say going once. This is an estate piece, though, definitely. Going twice. The last call. Yes, it is a nice piece. I agree. Yeah, I got to work on getting a different. Well, I got to work on fixing this one so I have the soft white one. Then I need to get, like I said, a gray or something like that. I may have to make one, and just use this as a pattern, make it my own. And we'll say sold to Marlene for $7. Thank you, Marlene. And I will set that. I would actually, your box of stuff from last time is sitting near me, but I can't quite reach it. So we will set this over here for now. Okay. Oh, what's next? I have a lot of necklaces. Let's do a bracelet. Let's do a bracelet. This did not come from the estate. This is something we had. This is not something we made. Oops, let me get rid of this here. And so this is the usual elastic, but this is an older one. I can tell from this type of material it's constructed. These might be silver. We don't know for sure. Again, did not test, but I'm not convinced they are. I think they are silver. I think they're plated. So we're not asking a lot for this. So I'm going to call this the red. It's got a red. Looks like piece here. It looks like enamel, but we think it's seashell that's been cut up and covered. Red, white, and silver. I'm going to call this. Silver tone. All right. So tone bracelet. We'll start this at $4. If there's any interest. I don't think. I don't know. See what I'm looking at. Sometimes you can tell by looking at the way the hole is drilled. We'll focus here. I don't know if it's porcelain. It doesn't feel cold to the touch, but I don't know if porcelain would anyway. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Yeah, I don't know if the white beads are porcelain or not. I just I'm really tapping them. No, they don't tap. They don't give that. They don't give that thud like a plastic would. So or acrylic. So they might be. They sound firmer than, you know what I mean? You know, the density of it. So could be, but I can't say for sure. So anyway, meanwhile, we'll leave that up. Let's see what we can come up with next. I do have a bunch of sets like I had 2 weeks ago. So I don't know if Kim's around tonight, but I told her I thought I had more, and I do. I actually found, unfortunately, I feel really bad too, because 2 of the sets I found need to be repaired. So, and I don't know if I have any. They're basically missing a clasp, and I don't have any gold filled clasps that I can think of off the top of my head. I'll look though, see just in case you do. But, all right. Okay, well, yeah, it was crazy, wasn't it? Okay, we'll pass on this. That's all right. Put that over here. Earrings. I've got these cute little earrings. They are not marked if they're silver or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure either on these. But you can see it's a silhouette of a cat. And they're the type of fastener on it is not a shepherd's hook. It's just one of these little spring-loaded guys. There we go. One of those types of hooks. So, just going to call these the cat earrings. We're starting these at $5. If there's any interest. So, okay. I'm going to go to where did I write that? Oh yeah, there I am. Then we're going to do a buy it now after this. If there's any interest in these. We bring them up close again and show you on my hand here so you get an idea of scale. And get a better look at how they look like. That's the front and back. Like I said, no markings. But they're very clean and can't get my fingers to manipulate. There we go. Yeah, I like this tabletop because it's kind of an off-white, gray, almost not. I wouldn't call it gray, but it does a nice job of contrasting when trying to show something. So that's really good. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Yes. Okay, no interest in the earrings. Kitty cat earrings. So we'll pass on those. And hide that. Put that over there. Okay, this is an estate piece. And what they come with is two pairs of clip-on earrings. One pair, say two pair. One pair of clip-on earrings. And you see they're crystal. And the necklace itself is very interesting. I'm trying to get it set up here so I can show it to you properly. It's a double strand necklace. I think it will show good against the black here, so I'm going to put it on, hang it on the black board, on the black thing here. All right, so there's the earrings. There's the teaser. Yeah. Well, I have the CDs that we are talking about. I have them. They're right in front of me. Okay, let me bring the camera back up and show you this really gorgeous crystal. Now, again, it's not really showing great against the black. I think it's the way my lighting is set up. It's too intense, just too intense. Yeah, let me try it against on the whiteboard again and see how that looks. And then even that doesn't do it justice. But it's a triple strand crystals. This is vintage. Look at the clasp on this thing and the extender. Oops, let me get my hand on the screen here properly. See, it's got one of those hook style pieces like that, and you can adjust. You can hook it where you want on this length of crystals here. And let me lay it out properly here, and we'll focus it down and show you what it looks like. There it is. And so this is vintage crystal necklace and clip earrings. And we're going to start this at $10. Oops, I misspelled crystal. Doggone it. Oh well. Let me hide that. Let me retype that in there. Vintage. Let's try the word right now. Crystal necklace and clip earrings. Oh, I misspelled earrings. I misspelled crystal necklace. No grief. I'm not paying attention while I'm typing here. Okay, but you know what it is. And this is the box it came in. It was she got a lot of the jewelry from this same place. This outfit in I think it was in Massachusetts. Yeah, the Amethyst shop. So I think this is where this came out of. But I'm not sure because that's just the box it came with. But I got it from the estate inn. But this thing is just absolutely gorgeous crystals. Triple strand here, you can see. And I did not see any markings on here. I did look through several times, and I'm looking again under the brighter light here, but I don't see anything. Sometimes the hook itself is what's where there's a marking, but nothing. So, okay. I have a lot of necklaces tonight, so just so you're aware. A few earrings. Okay. Well, we'll pass on this one then. And put these back in the box. Okay. let's go with this other little cute little necklace. This one still has the tag on it, and the tag says that this is Austrian crystal. Let's see if we'll get the focus on it. And it was the original Crystal Delight Mascot Inc. USA chrome plated Austrian crystal. So it's not silver necklace, it's chrome plated. It looks like about an 18-inch or more, 16-inch necklace. But the Austrian crystal on this is right there. It's a pale blue. It sews better on the table than it does on my hand, actually. See if we can spell necklace properly this time. And we'll start this one. Where did I put that down? Oh my. I know I wrote it down. There it is. $7. But there's the tag that it came with. The original, it says. I see Millennia at 7. It is pretty. It's a very delicate little chain with it, even though it's not silver. It is chrome plated, they say. So, let's see. We'll say going once. And we'll say going twice. Last call. I have a lot on my list tonight. I have over 30 items here, so I am trying to move things along. And we will say sold to already for $7. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And write your name down. Oh. And there it is. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I did say something about doing a buy it now. So let's do 2 items here. These are both necklaces. Bring the camera down so they're up close. These are brand new in the package. I have not taken them out of the package. These are sealed packages. So I can't, unfortunately, because they're sealed packages, I no way to really show you the proper how they look. I'm going to try and scatter it around a little bit inside here, but there, see if that helps a little bit. They're gold tone. This one says "You Are Mighty," and this one says "Balance." I'll read the thing to you afterwards if you wish. Okay. Buy it now, $5. And basically, you basically name it to claim it. This one was Balance. This one is You Are Mighty. I'll try and bring it up close so you can see if I can get it without the glare. That's not bad. Make a wish and put on your necklace, your vision, spirit, and passion. So you can see what it says. And this is a very shiny gold. When the camera's, when the light's on it and it's down, you can see it a little bit. It's almost like a rose gold. I would call it a rose gold, actually. And there's the other one. It's called Balance. Yeah, brand new. If there's any interest. Yeah, that's a good idea. Our graduation's coming up in a couple months. We're going to one for our grandson graduating from college. But this is kind of a rose gold color. It's the best way I can describe it. And you can sort of see that it's gold tone to it. So, okay. I'll leave that up while I figure out what I'm going to do next. There they are. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do another necklace. Thank you. Yes, he's graduating with two. He's graduating with two degrees, one in graphic design and one in marketing. So he has a bright future ahead of him. He can do whatever he wants. He already has he's already been involved. He had a small business going where he designed T-shirts, shorts, hoodies with designs and stuff, and then ordered them and sold them, and sold out within a week of all the stuff he ordered. So he's a pretty good entrepreneur already. Well, thank you. All right, we'll pass on this. That's all right. Again, I always didn't say it at the beginning, but I should be saying it, is that, anybody coming in later goes back and looks at stuff, is interested in something. Okay, so we got another necklace. Let me bring the camera back up. This is a hematite. Get rid of this message on here. And this is hematite and dyed fossil stone. And there it is. This is also, yeah, screenshots and email, that always works. Yep. So this is hematite. Oops. Clicked on the wrong thing here again. Hematite and dyed fossil stone. We'll start this at $7. And you can sort of make out the colors there a little bit from the fossil stone. I'll pick it up and see if that we can get that up on camera a little better for you. So you can see there's green, there's gray, there's blue. Turned around. There we go. That are inside a hematite ring with gold beads in between for accent. It does not have a clasp on it. Or does it? Oh, I'll take that back. The clasp blended in so well I didn't even realize it. It's a barrel clasp right there. Didn't really notice that. It just blended in with the shiny all too nicely. No, I wouldn't call it the same as cat's eye, but it doesn't. If you can see there's some banding like a cat's eye. Yes, I would say that it's similar, but it's like a solid. Not cat's eye is not quite as solid banding as like this is. This is a solid band, and I think some of that is the way the light hits it. If you look, see when I move it, it's the light bouncing off of it, so it kind of gives that appearance of like a cat's eye, but I think it's really the light. So if I dim the light a little bit, you'll see that it dims the banding. I probably should dim the light anyway. And get my finger in the right place. There. It's interesting. This camera, even in low light, this looks like it's really bright. It's actually quite not bright at all, but the camera tries to increase its sensitivity to show whatever's on camera. Very interesting how that works. And of course, sometimes can you get the focus? Is always the trick. But yeah, that looks like it's about. I wouldn't guess that it's probably 16. Keep my ruler handy here, but 14, maybe even. Yeah, it's pretty short. You're right. Okay, we will pass on that. Okay. Well, I'm going to show it anyway. I know that maybe Kim will sign on later, but I'm going to show you some of the necklaces we showed last week. Oh, I like this one. This is one of my favorites too. Now, it is clip earrings. It is just the necklace and the screwback earrings. Let me get the camera up so you can see the length of it. And I'll get this out of the way. We think this might be aqua. I think this is the aquamarine. Let me see what I wrote. Yes, we think this might be aquamarine. And as you can see, it's quite long. Well over 24 inches. I would say closer to 28, maybe even 30. We'll start this at $9 like I did last week. No different. And there's the earrings in plastic bag, but they do match. And I do have shepherd's hooks. I could put a gold tone shepherd hook on there if that was something somebody desired. But there it is. And if these are like the others, the gold loops in between might be gold filled. It's not labeled, so I'm not saying it is. But just for the aquamarine alone, and I think the earrings are not marked either. No, I looked, and I don't see any markings on the earrings. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but in this case they don't have any markings on them. Well, but there it is. And I'm going to walk that as shown. And what was the other thing I just did? Oh, yeah. I did that shown. There it is. Okay. Alrighty. Well, no interest in that. We'll pass on that. Put it back in the box. If somebody sees them later on, they're interested. I'll set that aside. And I have another cute little bracelet. This down. This was pretty badly tarnished. Let me get rid of that message on the screen. Hang on. This little feather piece on here was pretty badly tarnished. I did clean it up with some silver polish. So I'm thinking it's either silver plate. I don't know if it's silver. It's not magnetic, but at least I'm pretty sure it's not. What do I do with my magnet here? There it is. No, it's not magnetic. It is a stretchy. It's got little clear beads and little white beads to go with it. And it's sort of, let me put it on my hand here so you can get a better idea how it looks. Little focus. There we go. I don't remember what I wanted for this. Wasn't much. I think we'll just go. Oh, I just saw your 9. Okay, okay. Yep, gotcha. Let me just put it down here. Aquamarine set sold to Marlene. Oops. Must misspell your name. For $9. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me grab that and put your stuff before I forget and write it down. Yep, that's the box. And okay, so little bracelet. I'm gonna call it silver and bead bracelet. We'll start this at $4. I have no idea if this is, like I said, I didn't get a chance to test it. It did clean up like silver. You still got a little bit of tarnish on there. I did try to clean it. I probably should have done a second pass, but it's not large either. It's but it is stretchy. Looks like it's about 2.5 inches across. So roughly. Anyway. If there's any interest in that. Trying to get that to stay, but it won't. Okay, let me get a sip of water on that. There, oh, I feel better. Okay. We have a couple of rings tonight. We'll show them. They're not silver. They're just silver tone. And I'm gonna put them. I don't remember. Oh, I should check the sizes so I know. Let me take this off. And away. And let's see here. Let's see if there's I can get a side on these things. Looks like 7.5. Oh, interesting. There are different sizes. 6 and 8.25. Okay, let's do it that way then. Maybe I can show them. Okay. So I've got, oops, I think I had this one upside down, sort of. Maybe I think it's really intended to be shown like so. So this is 7. This was 6, and this was 8.25. Or did I say 7? Yeah, 6, 7, 8.25. We'll do rings. Oh, I didn't put in pass for the other thing. Put that in there first. And choice. Oh, rings. Buy it now. $4. Like I said, these are not silver. They're metal. I think they're probably. They are not magnetic, though, surprisingly. At least that one's not. So this one was this one, let me show you one at a time here. This one was a size, where's my size thing? There we go. Size 6. Give you a better idea of what it looks like. This one is, I think, a 7.5. 7.5. It'll focus. There we go. Kind of a pale blue with a little rhinestones around the edge. And this one is just a simple 8 1/4, looks like. This is a little tiny stones in that. If there's any interest, so that was the 8 1/4. This was the 6, and this was the 7 1/2. Okay. The other ones I've got here are all pretty similar. I've got some other just plain silver bands, silver tone bands. Nothing fancy. Just little small ones. Okay. Put that up on the screen while I think about what I'm doing next. Okay. All right, we'll do for another necklace. I think let's do another estate one. That's what I'm grabbing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, definitely. Okay, we'll do this. It's not a necklace I'm going to show next, but we'll see here. Okay, let's hide that and pass on those. That's fine. Here's another necklace estate piece. This is amethyst bracelet and matching screwback earrings. And it comes out blue looking here, but it's actually purple like amethyst. We'll see if I hold it in my hand. See, there you go. There you go. Really good color there. And I guess it better. And this is pretty long. 8-inch, almost 8 1/2. Yeah, 8 1/2. It is marked, I think. Let's see if I get that to focus. It might focus. You can see gold filled. 1/20th 14K gold filled. And amethyst bracelet. What did I do with that one? And earrings. And I can put the earrings on silver or gold tone. They won't be gold filled, and I don't think those are gold filled anyway. They're not marked. They're just a simple dangle, but they're screwback earring. But I do have gold tone shepherd hooks I can put on it. Oh, $8, I think, so we're going to shoot for that. Yeah. So, but this is a really nice set. Amethyst, the dark color like this is really, really good quality. It's considered the better quality amethyst. I see Marlini at 8. I can put hooks on them. I will do that. I will make a note to myself right now if you are the winning bidder. As soon as I find them on my list, there. Yeah, that's easy. Okay, we'll say going once. And going twice. Last call. And sold to Marlini for $8. And they even come in a nice little box. In fact, I got the hooks right here next to me, I think, somewhere on the table. So, put that there. Okay. How about this? I'm going by the class, but I'm going to call this green crystal necklace vintage because it the clasp, it's a barrel clasp, but it's quite I'll show you up close why I think that. Let me get rid of this message on the screen. Don't know. I've never tried selling much jewelry on eBay other than I've got a couple of Joan Rivers pieces out there, and I think, and that's about it. And those are the pins, the brooches. So, okay, so green crystal necklace. Starting bid of on this one. Green crystal. Yeah, it's going for $7. This came from the estate as well, so that's why it's got a string on it and with a tag. I tried to mark them all, but see this? Get the string out of the way here. See this barrel connector on that? I've never seen one quite like that. Usually, the newer ones have a rougher, have a surface that makes it easier to grab them. But there's the, so it is a barrel connector, but it's not the kind I'm used to seeing. The ones we have, that are either silver or gold tone, they have knurled parts, so they're, so they're not smooth. This is smooth, and it looks like a barrel, which is really interesting. And then there's the crease, the crystals themselves. Get a good look at them there, the color. I think this is going to be 16-inch. I'm guessing 14. Looks like 14 or 15. So okay. And we'll say going once, going twice. The last call. Sold more. Oh, I misspelled your name. Marlene for $7. Sorry. I wasn't looking at what I was typing. I'm just typing away and not paying attention to this, looking at the screen. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Oh, let's see. Probably not done for a while. Let's see here. Let's jump to another bracelet. This is an interesting one. It looks like it's a combination of fossil stone and silver beads. And this thing is ice cold to the touch. And I can't say for sure these are silver or not. My wife was pretty... Let me check the magnet real quick here. It is not magnetic. So... I'm gonna say silver tone because I don't know, but they might be silver. Bracelet. Oh, $5 slide. How's that? Oops, hang on, I got a typo. This time I caught it. $5 start. Okay. Stretchy, as usual. Interesting core on this thing. It looks like it's double-stranded elastic. It's got these little things with rhinestones on them in between the fossil beads as well. And the silver, these are silver tone. I'm going to say silver tone. They could be silver. They're not magnetic. That shows it pretty well there, I think. There it is. Okay. No, this is definitely stone, I think. I've seen this type of stone before. That's what I'm pretty sure it's what we call fossil stone, but Yeah. It's no, the silver, and it's well, there is this one silver piece right here, bright silver piece here in between. It's a single accent piece, and then in between each of the beads, there's the silver and rhinestone pieces there. So yeah, it's they're not regular, that's for sure. Oops, keep getting it in the wrong spot. There we go. Oh, I see the one bid there, so we'll send going once, going twice. The last call. Sold to Marlene for $5. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, put that down. Okay, let's go for another estate piece here. Ooh, this is the pretty one. Yes. This is the full set, and this one is marked gold filled. And again, the screwback earrings, green peridot. Let me bring the camera up so you can see the whole thing. That's the box it came in. Okay, so I believe I'm getting that right. Yes, this is peridot. Green peridot set. Same as last week. $9 start. Now I'll bring the bracelet up close so you can see it against my hand. And like I said, they are marked. I think both of them are marked. Let me see if this one is. Or is this one not marked? I think it is. Let me see if I can get that to focus. You can sort of see the writing there. But anyway, that's the same as the other 120 14K gold filled, and the screwback earrings match. And I think this is like like I said, 28 to 30 inch. That's 24. So yeah, it's like so I see Marlene at 9. It is very pretty. Yes, my wife loved this piece. She was almost keeping it for herself. So we'll say going once. Not to say she didn't keep some other pieces. She did, but she had to hold back on buying everything she saw. Last call. And sold to Marlene for $9. Put that away in the box. Came in. And thank you, thank you, thank you. The estate things you as well. Okay, there's that one. Okay. Well, I've been holding this back just in case Cassandra happens to show up. This is the only, well, this is jewelry related, technically. It's a music box. It's a piano music box. And you can put jewelry in it. You can, I think you can probably hear that. It's playing Edelweiss. I try not to overwind it, but it is a Sankyo movement, which is pretty common. Gold tone little legs on the bottom. So I call this the piano. Oh, we got the other thing on the screen here. Sorry. Music box. We'll start this at $10. It could use a little cleaning. It's not. There's no broken. This is, it's plastic, but it's not glass. But it could use a little gentle cleaning. The movement seems to work well. I've actually had enough of these things in my possession that I've actually had to repair some in the past. But this one is in very good condition. No corrosion that I could see, and just a little bit of room for for some jewelry in there. The gold tone rose on the top. So. And check that out for being shown. I just found something. There we are. I think. Yes. So Marlene, that the pink necklace that you got early on, I did research on it. I didn't find my notes until just now, but I think it is Venetian glass. Not Murano, but Venetian for sure. So, oh, the weather's messing with your internet. That's not good. Okay, well, let's switch. Let's pass off on this guy. Again, anybody interested can always ask me about it later. Oh, yes. So this is an interesting necklace. Bring the camera up again. Yeah, there we go. There. If it'll focus. Come on. Okay, so the chain I doubt is silver. It isn't magnetic though. And nor is the pendant. The pendant is sterling, marked sterling. So yes, so yeah, you got lucky there on that one. I think that's a really good piece. It is vintage Venetian glass, so it makes me more sure that what's on there that looks like silver may actually be silver. So you got a good deal there. Okay. So this is boy, I'm trying to describe it. This is a sterling. Oops, hang on, hit the wrong button again. So this is a sterling pendant, and you see the roses on it. So I'm going to call it. Oops, why did that not type? Oh, come on, sterling. Must have hit some key. Rose pendant. I'm going to start this at what I want. $12, and you'll see why in a minute. They say, "Wait a minute, now." I think the chain could be. It's not magnetic. It could be silver. It's not marked. There's no clasp on it or anything like that. Why you say for just a simple rose pendant? Oh no, this is not that. It opens up like so. It's actually 3 pendants like so. And I think anybody who has a Christian background will recognize, if I can get it to, let me dim this thing. There we go. I'll recognize that. And that. And the back. It's still too bright. There we go. And you can see the marking of sterling, I think, on one of the pieces, or maybe on a couple of the pieces. The bottom of the M, right below the M, is marked sterling. Come on. I have hardly any light on that at all. It's still glaring. Right below where it says Creed, looks like it says Creed or something like that. And then right below that it says sterling. So that's the pendant on one side, and on the other side, when you open it up. Oh, is that right? I didn't. The Mexican jewelry, huh? And Italian. Huh? So it is really cool. It's kind of a, I wouldn't call it hidden, but certainly focus now. Come on. Oh, but it is sterling. Mark sterling, I should say. And I'm pretty confident that it is. Okay. We'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. Sold to me for $12. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me write your name down. This came from the estate as well, this piece. I actually have another one that's similar to, not the same, but another also Christian necklace from that estate. I'll make sure that in a bit. Let's see, how about, oh, that didn't sound good. It's an LED light. It's too crowded in here. I still gotta make some money just like this. Not so bad. Not so crazy. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. I want to grab it. Oh, I know what. I haven't shown one thing I haven't shown yet. There it is. I may have shown this months and months ago, this particular piece. This is from the estate. One of the earlier pieces I got. I'm trying to find it on my list. Well, maybe I don't have it. I may have it written down. It's an Art Nouveau brooch. That out of the way. And you can see it's about 2.5 inches. Give you an idea of scale here. That's funny. It doesn't recognize the word nouveau. Brooch. We'll start this at, oh gosh, I don't think I even wrote this down. Oh, let's just say $8. How's that sound? I mean, it's not I know there's not you have to have the right audience for brooches and stuff. This one is marked. And I think, this is my guess, it's right on that band. It says 800. 800 indicates that it is a silver amalgam. In other words, it's not 100. It's not sterling, but it's 80% silver, and something else. So, it's metal. It is metal. It is not ceramic. This is metal. And so you can see the back here. Let me show the pin, and you can see the pin sticks out a little bit. So there's a little bit of A little bit of a stabby factor there, but very interesting green and blue brooch. I see Merlinia there at we'll say going once, going twice. Last call. Excuse me, not for water. $8. Sold to Merlin for $8. Now, I don't. The box it came in had a stick sales thing in it, but I don't think that was related to it. But I'm gonna leave it there. You can do your own research later on if you wish. But let me write this down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my, I'm trying to decide. I've got a little bit of time left and I still have the energy, so let's see here. Let's switch to this other really interesting necklace. This is made with, we think it's shell. Get the camera up a little higher. Oh, I don't actually need to go very high, do I? And so we think this is a pink shell. Oh, dyed shell, I should say. Dyed pink. I'll try to hang it so you can see it how it hangs in a minute here. We'll start this one at $7, I think. Oops, I gotta get rid of the other thing on there. Put the right thing up there. Let me get my board to see if I can get it to hang on the board properly. And there. And I can bring the camera up to show it to you. As soon as I get this thing to stabilize here, it'll stay put. Yeah, you see how it hangs. And it does have a variable chain, so it can be, length can be, it can be, can be lengthened. So I would guess that the overall, it does have an extender. Oh goodness, sorry, I gotta fix that. So it does have an extender. Let me show it here, but quite a bit of length to it. So you could hang this pretty much any length you need. That's going to be comfortable to you. So let me bring that down. Show that again. Okay, because I knew this thing was going to fall over, and I was trying to hold on to it with my hand. Okay, I see Marlene's bid. So we'll say going once, going twice. Last call. Excuse me. And sold to Marlene for $7. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna put that in this little bag. There. All right, let me write that down. Looks like 7's a common number tonight. Oh, I haven't done earrings for a bit. Just plain earrings. I mean, simple earrings. So these are unmarked, simple hoop earrings. Let me get this message off the screen. Starting bit on these of, what did she want? I think it was just $4. And it was just a silver tone, maybe even silver plated. Very, trying to hold it right. There we go. Just a couple of little silver tone beads. Some nice, uncomplicated rings. Okay. I'm just writing that down so I keep track of where I am. Okay. I'm making sure I got everything down here. I think I do. Okay. And we will pass on these. I'm just sorry. I'm looking at something else that's in front of me here and trying to get ready. All right. Pass those. Take that message off the screen. I've got another Madonna medallion on this one is on a silver chain, and it is marked sterling, and the chain is looks like about 20-inch chain. Yeah, about 20-inch chain. A very delicate little silver chain. It is marked, and I'm very confident this is silver, and the pendant itself is marked as well on the back. And because all silver is compared to the other one, which I didn't know for sure, I'm going to say this is a sterling chain and pendant. And we'll start this one, and I think I have 15 on this, which is still a good deal for silver. So, but really delicate little chain. I see Marlene at 15. So we'll say going once. Excuse me, another drink of water. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Marlene for 15. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Write that down. It's a very pretty piece. I did not clean it. This chain is actually in excellent condition, but I did not clean the pendant. You may or may not want to do a little silver polish on that. Sometimes it does show nicely, as you saw, though, even without being super clean. So, let's see if I have a bag to put that in. I guess we'll put it right there for now. Okay, thank you. Okay. We still got more estate pieces. Let's see what we got left here. Oh, yes. Yes. Another set. This could be a necklace and bracelet set. No earrings. And you know what? I hope I didn't, but I may have sold earrings separately at some point in the past, not realizing they should have been in this box. Again, this is marked also like the others, 120 14K GF. And this is a mixture of three things, I think, or two things. Sorry, two things. This is amethyst and aquamarine. So and we'll start this at $9. And so you can see the amethyst is kind of a mixture of darker and lighter. The gold, there's the clasp right there. And I think it's, again, long like all the others have been, between 28 and 38 and 30 inches. I'm going to say this one looks like 28. If I can get my ruler in place here. And that's 24. So looks like 26 maybe, 26 inch in length. Yes, it is a very pretty piece. Also going once, going twice. Last call. And sold to Marlene for $9. And put that back in the box. And with your other stuff. Thank you. I'm going to write your name down. Okay. What have I got left from the estate here? Oh, let's see here. Oh, we already did that piece. I have can't talk. I have a Monet pin brooch. Came down close. It's marked Monet. This is from the estate as well. Give this message on the screen. And we'll start this at, let's stick with the $9 price. You never know where we're going to go with this. So, gold tone. It gives you an idea across my hand how the size of it. It is marked, signed, or whatever you want to call it, right there. It says, I have it upside down, but it is marked Monet. Right there by the base of the pin. On the right of the picture. And you see Marlene at 9, so we'll say going once. Going twice. Last call. And sold to Marlene for $9. Thank you. Okay, Write your name down. Oh, there it is. Almost got to write your name down on one of the other things. Okay. We're getting towards the end, which is good. I'm getting tired. And I don't believe, oh, there it is. Okay. So this is a hematite, and my wife's pretty convinced these are silver beads, but there's no way of knowing, and they're not magnetic, so that's the only thing I can say about it. Sorry, I bumped my microphone. They're not magnetic. Nothing is magnetic here. I think not even the clasp, which is kind of interesting. So let's where is it? I know I have it on here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So but the stone, we're not sure. They are stone. The stone beads. We are not sure. They don't look like hematite. They might be onyx. And then you have these silver beads in here. And there's the clasp. It's old style construction. I can tell you that much. And I think this is also somewhat vintage. And it's like about 20-inch. So I'm going to call this a stone and silver bead necklace. We'll start this at $8. And I think that's about all I can say about it. I know we're pretty convinced that these are silver, or at least silver plate, and the beads are stone. And then the stuff that's in between, the smaller beads are also some other type of stone. But this thing is ice cold. Interesting, they use a wire to mount them on, so that's what makes it hold its shape nicely. You can sort of see that. It looks like it's coated wire, but it's very well. It's very rugged construction. So it might be onyx, might not. Okay, what do I have left in the estate here? A couple more items I think left. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, I forgot about that one. I showed that similar, but I didn't show that one. Okay, we will pass on this. Getting down to the nitty gritty here, down to the end. I have, well, let's do the earrings. I've got two sets of earrings. We'll show both. Save some time here. So these are those loop type connections. They need to be cleaned a little bit, looks like. Amethyst and clear, looks like maybe quartz beads on it. And then these are just a simple green bead and a gold tone hook. So we will say choice of earrings, starting of $4. Now let's do a buy it now. Buy it now. $4. So I'll show these up close. There's a loop style. It could stand to be cleaned a little bit, I think. You can see it's an amethyst. A lot of amethyst tonight, huh? Amethyst. There we go. I'm trying to get the hang, so let me bring the camera down so I don't have to hold my hand up so high. There we go. So it looks like a amethyst and maybe a quartz, or it could be citrine. It could be real pale citrine. French wire, is that what they call that? Oh, thanks. I even had no idea what they call that. And then there's the other one. It's kind of a odd. I would call it. I don't call it green. I don't know what you call it. Not aqua either. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'll have to look that up. That's a good thing. I should look that up so I know what I'm talking about. Let me grab another sip of water here. Okay, I will pass on those. Teal, yes, teal. That's a better description of that color. Teal. Okay, pass on those. I have another necklace. I actually two more necklaces from the estate. This one I have labeled. I wrote down. It's 28-inch white lucite, and it's a Monet. I know what I was asking for this a while ago. Let me bring the camera up. Again, this is a big necklace, a 28-inch necklace. Lucite, I think I called it. And it's got the type of fastener is this gold style hook. There's the Monet tag right there where it says Monet. And then you have your extension piece here. So it looks sort of like that. That's just my inventory tag with my description of it. Oh, camera's moving. I did tighten that. There we go. Okay. A Monet lucite necklace, 28-inch. We'll start this one at, oh gosh, I have no idea what this thing. Did I write it down even? Huh, I'm missing a piece. I just realized that. Where am I? I have something on my list, but I don't remember seeing it. Oh, maybe that's what this is. No? Oh, okay. That was the earlier. Remember the clear set I showed earlier? Oops. I didn't put a price down on this one yet. I'm sorry. Oh, let's start this at boy, $9. I'm gonna stick with $9 all night. We'll stick with this one too. So yeah, it's at least from my research, this is lucite. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but it's not cold to the touch at all. And it's accented with gold separators in between the beads. And it is on, and you see it's graduated beads. It's now bigger toward the bottom. And again, it's marked Monet. If there's any interest in that. Remember the clear necklace I showed earlier? I just realized I came across my notes on it, and it was considered what they call Aurora Borealis. necklace, the beads, the crystals. So this one I'm doing next is similar, but not the same. Not Aurora Borealis. But okay, no interest in the Monet necklace, so we will pass on that. It does look like milk glass, but it's not. It's not even close. If it was glass, I could tell by just holding it. It's not. It's not glass. It's warm, room temperature. So okay. Set that aside. So remember, I had that crystals board. Well, I got another set here, and this is a really long one as well. Let me get this out of the way. Casting a shadow on it. And it comes with matching crystal screwback earrings, which of course, like I said, I've said before, it can be altered. This thing's really long. I'm going to guess 30 plus, maybe. There's 12, so that's 24. 16, yeah, 32 inch. Easily. Crystal. Let's see, this is from the estate as well. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh. I think I was going to go with this same one. This one here that is not short. It is not short, definitely not short. Crystal set. We'll start this at $10. It's just a little more, but I did comp this guy, and it's amazing what these people are asking for these things. So I'll show you all the crystals up close. They look, and it is cold to the touch. So I'm beginning to wonder what they made these out of. I don't think it's glass. I just don't know. I call it crystal, but it's not crystalline shape, and so it's really a misnomer. It's more like it's almost like it's quartz, but not quartz is not this perfect. But it is random pieces, random shapes, and as you can see, the earring and. There was no marking on this whatsoever. This is also an estate piece. So, oh, I see Marlene at 10. Thank you, Marlene. Let me put the thing in the chat. We'll say going once. It's getting on late for me here, so we're going to wrap it up here anyway. We have one more piece, and that's going to be it. The last call. So, to Marlene. For $10. Yeah, I on this estate stuff, I try to be fair to them. I did try to comp a lot of the stuff, and I know that these jewelry sets are going for a bargain. But I've tried to sell this stuff other ways, and I know I know I can give you guys a better deal, and they want me to get rid of this stuff. So I said, okay, it's going. Hair show conventions. Oh, you have a hair salon. Oh, my daughter works at. She's a hairdresser / makeup artist. She does weddings and all that kind of stuff. She's really good. She also has done makeup for. She temporarily did some work for Fox News. They needed somebody here to do makeup for people they were interviewing. So she's done Bernie Sanders, Newt Gingrich, Justin Bieber, our little Senator Patrick Leahy. She's actually done commercials for him as well. But she's booked. She is booked almost for the whole year for weddings. So she does very well. And then she works at the salon part-time doing hair. So, all right. Last but not least, another set. And I think this is all shell. Another long necklace with a bracelet and the earrings. It's kind of an off-white shell, so very different. You can see there's some, just not uniform by any means with color, but that's because of what it is. So you're an owner. Oh, wow, 40 years. That's a long time. Yeah, my daughter's been doing it for quite a long time. She's been doing it close to 20 years. Maybe. Yeah, pretty close to that. So she likes it. Does very well with it. Shell necklace set. Spell necklace correctly. Starting bid $9. We'll show it up close here. So, and again, this is the same gold-filled writing on the clasp. Show you what it looks like. And earrings again, and so the necklaces. We think it's all shell. It's cold. It's definitely cold to the touch. So I see Marlini at 9. So we'll say going once, going twice. Excuse me. Last call. And sold Marlini for $9. Thank you. What's nice about these is most of these pieces of jewelry came in their own little box, so they're well protected. There's a little cotton batten that they put in there. And they all come, and again, I think I've shown this before, these boxes all say the same thing. Amethyst Shop. The number 10 on there is just my inventory number. So thank you. Let me write that down. And that was the shell set. Cool. And that is that for me. I think I covered it all except for maybe one or two things. Oh, they showed that. So that is the night. Yeah. There. So, oh, look at that really glaring on there. Let's get that away. There we go. Anyway, well, for those that are left hanging in here, thank you for being here. Even if you didn't buy anything, I appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate that. And thank you for all your purchases, Marlini. I appreciate that too. Much. I'll send you a new invoice within the next day or so here. And stay safe and warm. I know the storms and stuff like that, these spring storms and all these tornadoes and blizzards and all that kind of stuff that's going on. Fortunately, we don't get tornadoes here, but we do get the storms. But it looks like by the time this storm that's hitting the folks out west of us gets to us, it'll have been weakened. So we will be just getting some rain and maybe a little snow, and that's it. So stay safe and warm, like I say, and God bless. Have a great week, what's left of it. I'm going to say good night.